Welcome to Colts Beer, the podcast where football fever meets cold beer. Here we talk all things Indianapolis Colts, from epic touchdowns to close games to the hottest NFL rumors. Sit back, grab your favorite beverage, and let's tackle the next quarter together. Go Colts!
Hello everybody and welcome back to the 8th episode of Colts Beer. The Colts are no longer undefeated, so we have to talk about that today. My drink of the day, because I'm still sick, it's a cup of tea, peppermint tea, in my 2016 London game cup. Today Christoph is sick too. He's too sick to join us. Instead, we have our Austrian Colts Crew founders, Christoph and Rainer, Ulrich and Rainer, sorry. Ulrich, you have been here before. Would you like to introduce yourself again?
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys. Of course, I have the pleasure to be the substitute for Christoph today. So, I've been here before, as you said. I'm the president of the Austrian Colts Crew, also one of the founders like Rainer. I got some beer with me today, like my favorite beer. It's called Freistädter. It's from Upper Austria, where Rainer lives. Yeah, not much more to say. Rainer got the same beer. Rainer, please introduce yourself.
Yeah, my name is Rainer. Ulrich and me, we founded the Austrian Colts Crew 5 years ago. I'm a Colts fan since 2006. Yeah, and I'm really happy to be today at the podcast, and that's really awesome. And I'm looking forward to Berlin to meet you all, the guys.
Great to see you again, Ulrich. Great to meet you, Rainer. 2006, by the way, that was a pretty good year to become a Colts fan.
Yeah. It's a long time.
Yeah. My beer today, it's called Zenith, but I went for it because the brewery is called Beyond Belief Brewery, and there was some stuff that happened on Sunday that you might consider beyond belief, but we'll get into that, I think.
So yeah, shall we just start with the Beyond Belief thing and leave it behind us?
I mean, which one do you want to start with?
Let's talk about the fumble first. It can't happen like this. I mean, it's not that for me. It's not that stupid as people make it. It's just like a common receiver move. Take the ball in one hand and make a long arm and get into the end zone. It's still a poser move, yeah. So it's still useless to do. But yeah, what do you guys think?
I mean, for me, like you said, it can't happen. It shouldn't happen. We've seen it happen before. Obviously, last year with JT, I don't know what the word is, but apparently Shane Steichen has a word that they use for not doing that. So I guess they're obviously practicing to not fumble the ball at the 1 yard line, which is a concern anyway in itself.
Sure.
But yeah, it can't happen. But for me, I think, and I said this before, Andreas, I think the biggest issue I had with it is then AD just doesn't seem to have the mental fortitude to get over things like that, because the rest of the game, you could see his head was gone. He's pacing around before we snapped. I think rather than being in the huddle, he's pacing around, kind of pouting. And it just looked like he was lost after that point. And that for me is a bigger concern because I know he's young. He's obviously a young kid. So you got to take that into account, I guess. But I think you just need to show some mental strength at that point. So rather than be so pissed off that it affects your game, be pissed off enough to go and make the play. Go and make a big play rather than kind of just walk around in a circle and be sorry for yourself. That's where I come from it.
Yeah, I think AD hasn't done much. I mean, there was some talk in camp. He's doing better. He ran some good routes. He was good on one-on-ones, but one-on-ones is not a game. So I thought like maybe this was his like turning point, but then he dropped the ball. What are you doing? Come on, you should be a professional. You can't do stuff like this. I mean, it's the National Football League. They're the team with the most mistakes loses the game all the time. And this was like the mistake. It could have been a momentum changer. I mean, we would have been gone up 17-13. So it's really a hard mistake. I mean, it stings. It stings. And I can understand it's in his head. I think it's not gone from his head to this point when we are talking right here, right now, because it's a big mistake. Like he let his team down, he let his coaches down, he let the fans, us down, because everybody was like fired up for him because he hasn't done too much in the game, and then he drops the ball, and I'm like, I don't know. I always wish like all the receivers or running backs would stop these crazy celebrations and just do their job like Marvin Harrison. He always handed the ball to the ref.
Yeah.
Why do you need to celebrate with the ball in your hand? You can celebrate after you handed the ball to the ref. So just do it.
Yeah.
Big mistake. Big mistake. Cost us the game.
Yeah, I would say the problem is from the French side. I think everybody was pissed at the situation. I can understand what he runs to the goal line, and he wants to make the ball to reaching the end zone really fast, and he wants to score. But the problem is, in this case, there was no defender. So the next defender was a few meters away. And I think this is the main problem. And it was a stupid mistake. And I think so. We are not happy with the situation, but I think he's really pissed about the situation. I think the biggest problem had himself with this mistake, and he have to make sure that he can handle this situation to not bring himself in a bad situation for the next games, to think about this problem. And I would say yes, if we are a Super Bowl contender, and we're going to in the season like this, and we say, okay, we want to reach the playoff and we want to go to the conference finals or the Super Bowl or something like that. But in our situation, we would say, okay, we can be happy with the first 3 games. We also can be happy with the fourth game, what we saw on this Sunday. And now we are 3-1. Nobody expecting that we are winning 3 games in the whole season. So, to be fair, so no one was expecting that Daniel Jones playing like this. So he got fired during the season last year, and now he played like he's a different person. Maybe it's the coach, maybe it's the system, maybe it's the team. We don't know, but to be fair. Yeah, we should blame him that much. Yeah, it was a mistake, and also what Sam said. Yeah, we have JT has made the same mistake last year, and so it's not helpful. Yeah, everybody would be happier when we are 4-0, but I think we should be happy with the whole situation, and I think it was good that the team was keep going in the game. It was not like, oh, we made a mistake and we will lose and blah blah blah. And so I think it was the whole team. I think I'm feeling a team spirit what I missed the last few years. They're playing much better. They're playing with some confidence, and it's I'm really looking forward to the next games, and I'm surprised about the last 4 games, and I think we should be happy. And it was a mistake. It was a terrible mistake, but we don't have to forget that the Rams are much better than the first 3 teams. But yes,
I think
it's a problem. But we will see.
I think, like you said, Rainer, last year when JT did it against the Broncos, the team completely fell apart from that point. I think that was to go ahead, and then we lost that game by like 16 or 17 points, just completely like imploded. So it's definitely good to see that we as a team are we're playing for each other a bit more. I think this year it looks like there's camaraderie, big Q's, like high five. Big Q's seems to be pumping everyone up. I think he seems to have taken a big leadership role this year. And on defense, obviously, we've got plenty of guys there, Buck and Kenny. Well, obviously, Kenny didn't play Sunday, but plenty of guys there who are born leaders. So, I think that's impressive. I will say as well for AD, I mean, it was a great catch. It's a shame that we have to talk about the bad bit. The catch itself was very good.
It was an awesome catch, a great spin move, a great one.
Yeah.
And
absolutely. And this bad mistake at the end, huh?
Just 1/76 of it was not great. That's it.
When we talk about JT's mistake last year, first of all, I was in Denver in the stadium at that time. That make it even worse for me.
If you were in LA yesterday, there'd been an issue. I think we would.
I was celebrating the shit out of me after the touchdown. All the Broncos fans around hated me, and you can expect how they handled me after the review. But it was much worse, the mistake, because JT dropped the ball on purpose too early. AD just wanted to switch hands, and it just came out. So JT's mistake. I mean, the result is the same. It's still stupid. Both can't happen. But I think let's AD make accountable for what he's doing after that in the next weeks. I mean, it's a huge mistake. It should not happen. It happened. He can't make it undo. But let's see how he develops in the next week. If he's doing the same as JT, I mean, since Denver, JT is awesome every week because he's so fired up. So if that's the result of all of that, that AD have his breakout now, so maybe it's fine for me.
It's happening. I mean, I guess if Pierce is back this week, I assume he is. Obviously, he's got concussion to clear, but if he's back, it's probably back to. I think AD was playing like 10, 15 snaps, I think, before Pierce got injured. So I guess it would be a similar-ish workload for him.
I think also the main problem is when he fumbled the ball 1 yard before the goal line. If he fumbled the ball on our own 30-yard line, no one cares. It's like a mistake. But in this case, it's...
I know. There's part of me that wishes that the cornerback would try and tackle him 5 yards out. There's part of me that wishes he got him down now so that this never happened. I mean, talking about mistakes, obviously, I mean, AD's was bad, but I mean, so was 10 men on the field for their go-ahead touchdown at the end there. I mean, that you absolutely can't have that coming out of a timeout. So it's crazy.
Weird stuff, even coaching stuff. Before that last Rams touchdown, we punted. And it was, I think, on first down, Q made a stupid false start. And on 1st and 15, I think we are going with a one through the middle, another screen behind the line of scrimmage, and a one through the middle. You can't coach like that when it's 2020 and you're close to the field goal line. absolutely didn't understand that.
Yeah, I think the play calling on Sunday was sometimes questionable. So
I think it was
was so
before
much
in the first.
running through the middle or screens, and the screens you could see the screens aren't working. Like in the second quarter, everybody knew this the screens aren't working today. We just kept throwing screens, and sometimes Steichen drives me crazy with his play calling because sometimes he seems like a little bit stubborn, like he has a game plan, and he he just doesn't look like it looks to me like he doesn't look left or right. He just sticks to his game plan, and I think that we had a really good chance. Like AD's mistakes aside, we had a really good chance to win this
Yeah,
game with all the mistakes.
yeah,
No unit had a good day on Sunday. And we like if you look at the power rankings, the Rams are number 3, so we had like the third best team in the league if you were like a power
yeah,
rankings guy, like on the edge of a loss
yeah,
with a bad performance of all our units. Like the only unit who did quite good was the special teams unit, but the defense was questionable in the first quarter and also to the half of the second quarter. So, and then the third quarter, like the defense was lights out, but the offense stuttered. But it also had to do, in my opinion, with Steichen's play calling, because sometimes it was too conservative for my taste. Probably it has to do with maybe we are missing Pierce more than we thought we were missing him, because all the deep bombs, he catches all the deep bombs, to be honest. So I don't
I
know.
believe.
He's just catching all these deep bombs, and he's
Yeah,
just always catching this really difficult balls that he's not. I'm not sure if he's not able to catch on some normal short passes or he don't get on short pass. I'm not sure.
I believe the play calling was not good in the first 3 games too. It was just our individual power from JT and Warren and the O line was was just in these games much higher than the opponents. Uh, so yeah, I think it was basically the same play calling in the first games. It was just worse teams. So
I don't
that's
know
what
about you, but I think Shane's had a better play calling season this year. I think the first 3 games were good. I think Sunday, yeah, there was a couple of series, yeah, and like Ulrich said, the screens they weren't working. I think there was one where QM Bortolini both tried to get out to where it was thrown, and there was no time for them to get there. Like,
yeah.
just wasn't working. I think the series you're talking about, we had Tyler Warren had that catch on the first down, and they called it back for terrible pass interference. There's no way it was pass interference, but
yeah.
then with 1st and 20, and it was coming off of the fumble. I kind of got why he ran the first down. I didn't like the screen on the second down. And then I think we were like 3rd and 19. So you've got to score points at that point rather than try and do what we did at the end of the game and throw a pick trying to get something deep. But yeah, I didn't mind it. I think it's been generally quite good. The one thing that's concerned me is we just can't seem to get Josh Downs going this year. We seem to. I think Daniel Jones goes to him on 3rd down quite a bit, which is good to see. But yeah, we're not getting a huge amount of production out of Downs this year.
Yeah, Downs is like a little bit under the radar this year. I don't know. He hasn't flashed this year. Probably we all thought like he would be better, or is it because Pittman is healthy again and does more of the dirty work? You know what I mean? Like this is probably what Downs have done last year because Pittman couldn't with his back. Probably it was,
Yeah,
or
I
it is
think that
because of that. I don't know.
Downs is one of the better slot receivers in the league. But yeah, he's just a slot receiver. I mean, we saw how you can handle a slot receiver with Puka this weekend, but usually it's not that workhorse. So yeah, probably we just expected too much from him after last year.
Yeah, and I mean, I'd need to go back and watch it all again, but I feel like maybe defensive coaches are trying to take downs away. I guess they probably came into Gus thinking that Daniel Jones is going to look for the slot guy for quick throws often, so they try to take him away. So maybe there's an element of that, but yeah, wouldn't mind seeing him a little bit more involved.
Yeah, it was interesting. I saw the snap count of the wide receivers, and I think I remember like Downs had 20 to 15 less snaps than Mitchell. So
really?
Probably it has to do also with Tyler Warren because they are running more tight end sets. I don't know. It was kind of weird to see like Downs has less snaps than AD Mitchell. Didn't make too much sense for me.
I think it changed. I think this year changed a little bit because the last time we had a good tight end who catch the ball, who was making a lot of yards, was 2018 with Ebron. So since then,
but our friend, he loves our friend.
Yeah. So since Ebron, we don't have a good tight end. So we have some good wide receivers, yes, but a tight end game with who is catching the ball. There are some games in the season where Mo Alley-Cox is catching three really important balls and making a good catch and making a few yards or a touchdown. But after this amazing game here, you can't see anything from him for the next 5 games. And I think this season it changed a little bit with Tyler Warren. So the whole offense is different, I think. So, but you need a good talent, and we have to say thank you to the Bears that we are getting Tyler Warren in the draft, and so it changed everything for the offense, and it's really important. So we can see it's really important, and we saw what Ebron brought to this team when he comes from the Lions to the Colts, 2018, and so since then we don't have a good tight end, for a few games in a row.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it's really important.
A dominant tight end is a huge difference for an offense. So that's probably also one of the biggest differences in our offense to last year. You can't compare these offenses this year and last year because of Tyler Warren. It's huge.
Yeah, I mean, he had another great game Sunday, didn't he? I mean, just seeing him direct snap, wildcat, fullback run. I mean, it was just it's just everything we want to see from Tyler Warren. It was another good day. I mean, it was a fairly tough blocking assignment, but I mean that Rams D line is going to be very, very good this year. That's a crazy good D line.
And this is what I meant at the beginning. So in the first 3 games, we don't have our offense don't play against the D-line like the Rams. So Jones had a lot of time in the first 3 games. So at the Denver game, a little bit. He feel a little bit more pressure, but the Dolphins and the Titans, he had so much time, and so on Sunday that was tough for him.
Like I said, Denver have got obviously they got Benito, they've got that one lights out edge rusher, but then the rest is okay. Whereas on Sunday, obviously you got Verse, you got everything coming out the middle as well. Like they're stacked all over the place. So
I mean, on Sunday, I think Tucker, our white guard, had a pass blocking weight on PFF from 7 point anything.
What?
So,
Yeah, which basically means he was alive at some point on Sunday. He was breathing.
Maybe a wet towel would be a better solution on that point.
I mean, I was looking at him earlier. Everyone had a tough day on the O line. Rahman was graded the top. I think Rahman had one. He got beat with one sack from memory, and he had a holding penalty. But other than that, he looked pretty solid. But then even Tanner Bortolini was down at 43 passes. Quentin Nelson was down at 29. Like Quentin Nelson probably had his worst. Well, he had his worst game of the season. It might have been one of his not greatest games as a Colt.
Yeah, that's what you guys probably remember when I was the first time here in this podcast. What I warned you, if one starter from the O-line gets hurt, we are in big trouble. And this is what we get. No backup O-line guy has the tools to be in the NFL, to be honest. I don't even know these guys by name.
Yeah.
Because they are all new. I have no idea. I mean, Dalton Tucker played last year, yes. But Bortolini had a bad day too. I mean, did you see the snaps? They were all like shin high.
Really low.
In the NFL, like you take away like 2 or 3 tenths of a second from your quarterback because he has to concentrate on the ball from the center to catch. So you got like, what is the average time for a quarterback in the NFL? Like 2.4 or 2.5 seconds to throw the ball. So you decimate this to nearly 2 seconds, let's say 2 seconds. So it's half a second where the quarterback needs to get set with the ball first. So he has half a second less to look at things. So that's for me really, really what could be a problem. I mean, next Sunday, if you're talking about the Raiders, everybody knows Max Crosby, the crazy guy. I mean, I really hope Goncalves is healthy somehow, because oh my God, Max Crosby will be all over Dalton Tucker and Tanner Bortolini. Because
I expect if Goncalves isn't back on Sunday, we will see Danny Pinter on center and Bortolini on right guard.
You think?
I think so, yeah.
Probably.
I don't think we will see Dalton Tucker that fast again on the field.
Yeah, I mean, I think like the low snaps, they seem to happen after he got that ball rush from Verts, where he was put on his backside after half a second, and it looked like then from that point on he was just in panic mode. Bortolini, he just didn't look like he knew what was happening. So I think that it's harder as well when you're in an away stadium. They were timing up the snap pretty much right on cue. The Rams did. They knew when we were snapping the ball, which was making it a little bit easier for them. But tough day. I think they'll stick with Bortolini at centre. I don't think they'll move him, given that they want to get him snaps, and I'd imagine he'll stick at centre. You could put Pinner at right guard if you need to.
Yeah, the good thing about the next game against the Raiders, there's just one really, really tough and, as you said, crazy defender, but the rest of the team is not that tough like the Rams. So I think they will having a lot of pressure from Crosby. Yeah, that's true, but the rest is they are good, but not that good, and so the whole Rams D line it was. And Uli, can you remember when I was texting in the first half in our WhatsApp group? If Daniel Jones get a lot of this low snaps, there will be a problem. And that's what you said. And this is a problem. Yeah. But they handled it really good against this D line. So I think against the Raiders, they will handle it too.
How did you guys?
Before we totally jump into the Raiders game, let's talk first a little bit about Xavier Howard and Puka Nacua. Is it just nearly impossible to defend Stafford Nacua when they have a good day, or was it just a really, really bad day from Xavier Howard?
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's a bit of both. I think Nakua's got like 44 catches through 4 games or something, right? So it's not like it's just us that he's torched. But I mean, Howard he looks like a guy who didn't play for 18 months. He looks like a guy who's kind of finished in the league now. I mean, at that level anyway. Obviously, he was brought in to be a backup. I think they probably would have started Jalen Jones over Howard if they were both fit. But now it looks like a stretch to call him a backup corner in the NFL right now. I think there was one play it was on not the touchdown drive to go ahead at the end. Obviously, that was one play. It was the touchdown drive before that. There was one play where the ball, Howard got beat in coverage, but then he just quit instantly. Like like the guy was still in play. Like everyone else was swarming, and Howard looked like he was dead on his feet. Like he looked just ready to go to bed, basically. So it wasn't his finest day.
Yeah, so it was the game against the Denver Broncos. I think it was in the second quarter. I think he also struggled a little bit because he had 5 plays. He had the Colts got 3 flags, I think, and it's also about him. So he also struggled at this game, and so this combination with this quarterback and this wide receiver, it's much tougher. But he's not like the Xavier Howard we know from the Dolphins a few years ago.
Yeah, he looks, as Sam said, he looks like a guy who hasn't played ball for 18 months. I mean, one thing you could say about our defensive backfield room, when Lou Anarumo arrived here, he probably said, these guys are not good enough. I need guys, not these guys.
Yeah.
Because Cam Bynum knew. Javarius or Mooney Ward knew. Mm-hmm. Then they picked up Howard, I think, in the training camp when Jalen Jones got hurt. So probably Jalen Jones, when he comes back, I mean, let's see. Probably he's the starter or the outside starter on the other side of Ward. But you can say one thing about the defensive backfield room. It just wasn't good enough when Anarumo arrived here. So probably Howard was like the easiest way to get an serviceable big name cornerback, because there would have been some guys in the free agent pool too, but I don't know why they picked up Howard. I mean, Chris Ballard said it. They looked at Howard and they know what he can do, but I don't know, is he 33 or 32? Like, I mean, he's not that old, but probably doesn't have the speed either way. So, I mean, Nakua is a problem for any team. Any team. He had like 13 that's why I just looked at my phone. He had 13 catches for 170 yards. So, I'm come on. I don't think that the Eagles are 4-0 and didn't have like passing yards like that in 4 games, like what he catches in 1 game. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think Anarumo had Howard in Miami, didn't he? I think they crossed paths, so I guess that made sense for him to go back to someone he knew. But what I was quite surprised about is, I know obviously Mooney Ward is our outside corner 1, and they still have Devontae Adams, but it got to a point where it felt like we should be putting Ward on Puka. Like, he was killing us so much. I just felt like even if Devontae goes and kills Xavier Howard, fine. At least you tried something. But it felt to me that we just, when you saw how bad it was, like we just kept going back to the well. I would have changed it up a little bit, personally.
I can remember any time in the second half, Adams had a huge play. I was like, oh, Adams, he's still on the field. And it was Howard running beside him. So they tried it.
I mean, it was a bad day to not have Kenny Moore. You probably couldn't have picked a worse matchup to lose your slot corner. Not saying that Kenny would have stopped him or anything like that, because Kenny's probably getting towards the end of his career. He's in the twilight of his career, so he would have struggled as well. But it was a bad matchup for us when we're down Kenny Moore.
But that's a good question too. How much difference would it have made if Kenny was on the field and Kenny against Puka? So yeah,
maybe 9 catches for 112 yards or something. Maybe just not quite as. I would like to. I don't know. I don't imagine Howard had any pass breakups. There might have been at least like some contested catches with Kenny in there.
But we have to say this year or in this offseason, Chris Bell fixed our secondary problem over the last few years, and we've talked about this problem a lot of times the last few seasons. And I think Chris Ballard fixed this problem good, absolutely good. Our secondary is much better than the last, 5 or 6 years. Mm-hmm. And so I think this is also a good point. So we have talked about the tight end situation, and we also should talk about the secondary situation this season. I think it changed. It changed a lot of the whole. So it's not the only thing that we got a new defensive coordinator. I think it's much better than the last few seasons, and so we also got a good secondary. And so this is also a point where what we should say when we talk about. So this offseason was the best since 2018. If the draft was amazing, the free agency was amazing. It changed the team, but this offseason, yeah, it was really, really good. Yeah,
really good.
Yeah.
What's that, Andreas? Didn't actually catch that.
I think Ballard finally did anything in offseason. Offseason.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I completely agree, Rainer. I mean, the secondary has played really well, and I mean, if you take away Puka I know you can't take away Puka, but if you take away Puka out of Sunday, like it looked pretty good. Like I think Nick Cross is looking like a very good pick I know we went up and got him in the round 3, and we had the kind of red shirt year, but I mean, he's coming on leaps and bounds for me. Bynum looks good. Didn't really have much to do, I don't think, Sunday. I think they kind of went away from him. Obviously, everything was kind of in Puka territory, so there was not much Bynum could do where he was. But yeah, Mooney Ward, I just looked up. I mean, he's ranked 12th for PFF out of all the cornerbacks in the league this year. Like, he's looking like a true, I mean, I won't go as far as lockdown corner, but I mean, as close as we've had for, I don't know, since when, probably Vontae Davis, I guess, is the last cornerback I could think of that played like a lights out true cornerback one. So yeah, I mean, and I think to touch on what you said earlier as well, Rainer, I mean, massive positives should be taken out Sunday because we didn't play well. Like, that wasn't what we've put on tape so far this season. The Rams are a very good team, and we beat ourselves basically. But they didn't beat us. We beat ourselves with some coaching stuff, the AD stuff, you know. So I mean, if you'd given me 3-1 and we'd run the Rams away on the road close to a win, I'd snap your hand off at the start of the season.
Mm.
Oh, and we should also say DeForest Buckner is just an absolute monster. Like, he's such a what a trade. I mean, that might be one of Ballard's best moves, the trade for him.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, when you say that, just forget the stupid things what happened last Sunday. Heads up, look into next Sunday. Facing the Raiders. We already talked about Max Crosby, who we have to concern about. Ashton Chanty, the one game, is also something I'm really concerned about. What do you guys think about Sunday?
Yeah, there's a couple of bad matchups in there for us. Like we've said, the Crosby one. I mean, he was like, I watched the whole Bears game, and it was bordering on illegal just how often he was in the backfield. It was And I mean, I'll caveat. I think the Bears had some offensive line injuries, so there was maybe a reason for just how destructive he was. But it seemed to be every play, whether he was tipping it or actually sacking it, like it was constant. That's a concern. And yeah, Ashton Genty. Grover's just going to have to figure out how to play 100% of the snaps on Sunday. We might just have to leave Grover out there at all times, no rest, because we need him in the middle of the park. But I think for me, the actual on the offense, I feel pretty confident. I think their secondary did not look particularly great. Williams absolutely picks them apart when he had time. So I think if we give Danny Jones some time, I think it'll be back to what we saw weeks 1 to 3 with him. Not to say he was bad on Sunday. I will say I don't. Obviously, he threw what the first pick was bad, but the second pick was just end of the game stuff. I thought he looked pretty good Sunday.
The pick was just a superhero throw. It can get wrong. Yeah, he had some bad passes in between too, will get catched. But yeah, like we said, forget last week. Yeah, Ulrich, what are your concerns? What are you looking for Sunday?
Yeah, I think it's an absolutely winnable game. I mean, Geno Smith just coming off his second 3 interception game this year, so he's not playing like. I mean, you guys know what my prediction was like. I predicted like us not being good, and we look legit. To be honest, I'm really surprised. We look legit because, as you guys all said, we had a really good team on the cusp of a loss with not a good performance. So I think there are a few things we should be alert about the Raiders. I think Aston Chanity, is it Chanity or Chinty? I don't know. He just had like a breakout game, I guess. Like that could be like his. Now it's clicking, so that could be a problem because if you look at the first 1.5 quarters against the Rams, we really struggled to stop their run game. It didn't matter if it's Kyron Williams or Blake Corum, so that could be a problem. And don't forget they got Brock Bowers. We got no linebackers, so I hope Nick Ross has a good day because he's probably responsible for Brock Bowers because let's not forget he's there. He's been a little bit quiet this season, but I also think like the teams are game planning for him much more now because everybody knows he's really good and he's probably one of the best tight ends in the league. The wide receivers don't scare me. Like they got Jacoby Myers, Trey Tucker. Trey Tucker had one game that's really good. So on defense, there's Max Crosby. Otherwise, I don't know. So they should be like the Dolphins probably like between the Dolphins and the Broncos somewhere. So it should be a winnable game. Depends on how we are playing, how the O-line injuries pan out. Like if Alec Pierce is back, would be really, really good for us. So I think we should win it.
Yeah, like you said, Ulrich. I mean, Bowers has been quiet, and I think it's because of what you touched on with the wide receivers that everyone is just thinking, let's take Bowers out of the game plan entirely. And if they beat us with Trey Tucker and Jacoby Myers, fine. But we should be pretty comfortable there. I'd also say I think their offensive line. I think they're missing their star. Whoever they played on Sunday, what he put on tape was horrifying. So it could be another good. Obviously, Latu had a career day for him on Sunday, so I would expect to see some more Latu wins on Sunday.
Oh, and I read like Colton Miller, their best tackle, could be out on Sunday with a high ankle sprain. So
Yeah,
probably that's a plus on our side.
they
So
got
yeah,
for sure.
But for me, kind of fun and different this season. Usually, I would say, yeah, Geno Smith and the receivers, and yeah, don't scare about them. That's what I say right now. Last year, I would have said like, oh yeah, I see it coming. We're Geno Smith like playing like Peyton Manning, and
I mean, last year against the Gus Bradley defense, Brock Bowers probably would have had 250 yards himself. Like it would have just been middle of the park, just eating all day long.
so yeah, it's much more positive this year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think when the team is in the flow like this season, we can beat everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And what I've missed the last few seasons is to dominate the opponent. So the wins last year, it was like, there was a lot of work and it was tough, and it was like, yeah, we won, but also we can remember the win against in Frankfurt for 2 years ago against the Patriots. It was not a really good team. The game was not good. The Patriots struggled. We struggled. Yeah, everybody was happy that we can see our Colts again. But to be honest, the game wasn't that good, and we just won because the opponent in this game, so the Patriots wasn't. So we were a little bit. It was a little bit better than the Patriots, but this domination, like against the Dolphins, also against the Titans, really bad this season, but we don't have these games in the last few seasons, and I'm really happy about this. And as I also said, I want to see a game from the Colts when they're going on the field and playing and win this game and that every Colts fan can say, yes, we are really happy with the team, and we saw a team this season with two really awesome winnings, and so we also win. It was really close, and we were a little bit lucky against the Broncos, but also and it's also when our first loss this season, it was a good game from us, and so we can be really happy, and everything can happen this season. And so I think we will win on Sunday.
I think that's a good point what Rainer just brought up. We haven't been seeing, like, I don't know if you call it domination, but good games against bad teams. That's what lacked like the last, I don't remember, 5 years. Like probably the Uncle Phil team could do this or would have done this, but this team seems like they're not letting their foot off the gas pedal. Like they are doing their job to just make sure don't let teams get back into games. I mean, against the Titans, there was some point where you thought like, oh, it could shift, but then they scored a touchdown, and from there they never looked back. So I think that's one point about this team. What's really positive to play a good game against bad teams, but I don't think there's a bad team in the NFL. So you have to be on your best every Sunday. So yeah, and I don't know if you guys saw the cutout from the Downs to Business podcast where Cam Bynum was the guest, and he said like he's never been on a team on a more complete team than this team, the 2025 Colts. And I was like, you sure? I mean, he was on the Vikings last year, and he's telling us after 3 weeks he's not been on a more complete team than this Colts team. And I mean, he's here this season, so he should know if this is a good team or not. Because if you are here for, I think, a few years, you're like, yeah, we won 3 games. We are good. We are good. We never won 3 games in a row for I don't know how long. But he's coming from the outside, and he got a look at this franchise, and I was like, maybe that's or that stuck to my head, because I thought like, okay, he's new to this team, and he's talking like this about this team. So maybe there's something in this team we don't know yet. So probably we are. I mean, you could see it on Sunday. We hadn't our best day, and we almost.
This is an interesting point. Maybe this helps Daniel Jones. So we have talked about the interception and blah blah blah. So he has just 1 interception in 4 games. Normally, so last season he had 4 interception in 1 game. And this is the reason why he was fired during the season. And so, to be honest, everybody from us, when we had that they are signing Daniel Jones, it was like, oh my God, what has happened now? Who had this idea? And so we also said, okay, if this is a bad decision, and Daniel Jones will play like last year. So I think this was the last season from Chris Ballard, because we really struggled with our quarterbacks, and maybe this season is a little bit different, because the expectation about the quarterback is not that high when we signed Carson Wentz or Matt Ryan or something. So everybody had this expectations. Okay, this season or this year could be better, but we failed every year, and I think the expectations were really low about the fans, but not on the team. And I think it helps Daniel Jones, and maybe this is also a point where so the team is complete, and it works really good, and we were really surprised. And after the first game, we said, okay, we won the season opener. Everything could be happened this season. And if we win at Jacksonville, we will go to the Super Bowl.
I believe it's not a good decision to let Daniel Jones play this season. But you probably won't get me from that boat. But
to pick up on the Cam Bynum, what he said, we've been told, and a bit like what Rainer just said, we've been told for years that we're a quarterback away, this roster, haven't we? Everyone's said it. We're a quarterback away. That's when Carson Wentz came in. He was going to be the guy. We're just a quarterback away. We've got everyone else. Same with Matt Ryan. And then, we added more in the secondary this year. I guess, linebacker is still an issue, but let's not talk about linebackers. This is a complete team. Like I guess on offense we're a full team, but we maybe don't have that Puka Nacua or that true wide receiver one, that guy who's just going to go out and could get you 150, 200 yards. But we've got weapons everywhere. Everyone could get 50 to 80 yards in this team. Like Downs, Pittman, Pierce, even AD still had 90 yards on Sunday without the fumble. Like we're loaded. Tyler Warren now. The offensive line, if it stays fit, touch wood, is as good as there is in the NFL. So we are a complete team. Like I said, we're probably an inside linebacker and cornerback 2 away from being one of the best rosters in the NFL. So it's good to see, and it's also good to see us just pound on teams. I looked at obviously the Titans were the worst team in the league last year, and we beat them by 3 points and 8 points. So it's nice this year that we just go out there and drop 21 on them, beat them by 21 easily. Dolphins 25. So it's good. It's
That's
good
something. That's something what Rainer said. It gives you just confidence to beat. I mean, they're probably two of the bottom 5 teams in the league, but we still beat them really hard. And yeah, that gives you as a team just a lot of confidence for next week, and that's really important. Well, what we didn't have in the last years, exactly like you said, Rainer.
Andreas, what are you saying on Sunday? A win for us?
I say, yeah, we're going to win this one, another home game. Yeah, we're going to win, and I think it's still a 1-point game, but like 7 points, 7 points, something like that. So not super close, but yeah, not a dominant win. Yeah. What do you think, Ulrich?
Sunday.
Yeah.
W. Yeah.
Easy win.
Yeah. I don't know. I got a good feeling for Sunday. The Raiders didn't show too much that scares me. I talked about what scares me a little bit, but otherwise than that, I think our team is the better team. So W.
I agree.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think I'm not with Andreas on the close. I think we might win this quite wide. I see somewhere in the region of 33-17. Like I feel like if we stop Genty early and get onto a lead where they can't then run the ball, where they have to throw it, I think Lou is going to scramble Gino's mind. So yeah, I think it's going to be a big win, and they'll probably score some points in garbage time. So 33-17, go Colts.
Yeah, I think we're going to close it for tonight. Rainer, Ulrich, thank you very much. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining that spontaneous. That was great. Thanks. Everyone else, have a good night. Thanks for watching. Cheers.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for joining.
Thanks, guys. Go Colts.
Cheers. Go Colts.
Go.